If you're a heating and air conditioning technician, salesperson, or entrepreneur, why is your ability to say no one of those things that becomes super important the better you become? This is an important question. I'm Scott Bell, coming to you live for HVAC Technician Sales Secrets on a perfect day to talk about sales and a perfect day to talk about you. Now, there's going to be a point, and there's about 7 of them. 7 reasons why to say no to a project or to a service or an idea or concept. And I got to let you know from the very beginning that this video will probably hurt some feelings. You're going to have some hurt feelings, have some problems maybe, but that's okay. Stick around, may help you grow. And here's what you need to know is you need to know the truth, that it's okay to say no. And let's start with number 1, trust. There are people out there that you trust, and there's people out there that you don't. And everybody has a motive, including me. My motive is to get you to click and subscribe to my channel. My motive is to click at some point for you to buy my stuff. I do have a motive. I like shooting YouTube videos, but there's got to be a purpose for it, right? But sometimes you just don't trust people. And you have to get used to telling people, no, not interested. No, it's not the thing that I want to do. Number 2, it's too new. There's too much danger. And with that being said, if you can't give me an idea or concept and explain it in 3 sentences, it's too complex and it's probably going to fail, right? So if somebody comes to you and they're like, hey, I've got this concept or this idea, and they're wandering through the woods, and you're like, oh my goodness, just get to the point. Chances are pretty good there's a problem with it, and they're throwing sugar on a turd and calling it candy. Let's just say what it is, And so at the end of the day, it's too new, it's too vague. And this is why you should join HVACTechSecrets.com. I'll give you the goods, not in the Facebook group, not the YouTube channel. And number 3, you're going to hate it. If you have a reaction to an idea or a concept and somebody tells you something, you're like, or you feel like you have contempt. I'm right-handed. Contempt is going to happen on the left side of my face, right? Have some contempt going on. You got to know that your body's telling you could be a bad idea, right? The Japanese, it's pretty interesting. The Japanese, they negotiate from the hara, or from the gut. I learned this from Jim Camp. They negotiate from the gut, right? It's not what they're thinking, it's what they feel. So an element of you saying no to something could come from how you feel about a project. Number 4, you don't understand the game that management is playing. Yep, management plays games. Yep, ownership plays games. I've seen some shenanigans in my lifetime. It's tough to watch. It's tough to be a part of. It sucks, right? You have good managers, you have bad managers, you have good owners, you have bad owners. You have people on the team that don't know that there's a game being played and they're being pawns. And sometimes you're put between people, right? And this is why you when you're offered a position or you're offered a role or something new, you should start thinking okay, whose game am I playing? What game am I playing? Should I be saying yes to this, or should I be saying no to this? Number 5, the money is less. I've taken roles inside of organizations where I've lost a third of my income, half of my income, and I've gained 100% more problems. So people are like, hey, Scott, should I be a sales manager? I'm like, maybe. Scott, should I be a tech manager? Maybe. It depends upon your personal goals, right? Me, based upon what I'm doing today, no. But back in the past, yeah, right? I've got some experience. I've learned things that I could not have learned any other way. Is there good that comes from it? Absolutely. Is there bad that can be there? Yeah, that's true too. But this is where you're like, hey, how do I make this decision? Number 6, some managers, some owners are scumbags. I don't really have to go much further. It is what it is. And number 7, whatever decision you make could put you between ownership and management and employees. So I look at this, every time I have to explain what was it like to be a manager, of 22 salespeople, what was it like to be a sales trainer for 260, 240, 220 employees? There's what the management and the ownership up here wants. I'm in the middle. And then there's all the employees down here. And I had to decipher, here's all the stuff coming down the hill. Here's all the stuff coming up the hill. And I had to translate. And I had to spend a lot of time here's what management wants, and here's what ownership wants, taking it to the team. And then they're fighting back and saying, here's the things that I don't want to do. And so if somebody's coming to you with a new project, a new idea, a new position in your company, those 7 things really can help you make the decision about what direction do you want to go. Do you want to take the new position? Do you want the new job? Do you want to be in management? So let's just go through them. It's trust. It's too new or too complex. You're going to hate it. You don't understand the game that management's playing. And number 4 is super huge, right? I would really pay attention to number 4. Number 5, the money is less. Number 6, some managers and owners are scumbags. Like if you don't, like this is going to go back to trust. If you don't trust the people that you're working with, the answer should probably be no. And if you really don't trust the company, maybe it's a time to move. And then number 7 is you're between the managers, the owners, and the employees. And if this was me and somebody offered me a position today and they're like, hey, Scott, here's a position we want you to have, I would sit down like probably for an hour and write out a pros and cons list. Like there's nothing wrong with being in a meeting and someone says, we want to offer you a new position. And you go, great, let me, stew on this. Let me think about it. And they're going to do what they can to close you, which is fine. But it's also your role and responsibility to slow things down and go, maybe this is a good position and maybe it's not. There's a reason why they chose you. I mean, that's a good thing. Celebrate that fact. But here's what you need to practice. You need to practice the ability to tell people no. This isn't working out. This isn't the right time. This isn't a direction that I want to go. I'm not willing to bend on this. I'm not willing to do this. Like, get used to having at least 5 to 7 different ways to say no. There might be a reason that they want to put you in this position that you don't understand. You may be a pawn, or they may be trying to bring you up to do something awesome in your life. But I would take a couple of hours, take a couple of days, sit, like I'm out by the river right now. Here, I'll show you. I'm out by the river right now. Take some time to think about like why, what changes is it going to make for your family, for you? How is it going to put stress on you? What's going to be a problem? What's going to be an issue? And then go from there. But learn that your ability to say no, oh my goodness, really does help you out. You got one of 2 things to do from here. Find the subscribe button, click on it, and every time I send out a video, you'll get an update. This is HVAC Technician Sales Secrets, sending them another fantastic video, or hit follow. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.